Hello, I'm Andri, and I do warmly welcome you to my philosophical lessons. Today we shall discuss on Benedict de Spinoza's philosophy and why he is like Descartes and Leibniz, immersed so much in mathematical and scientific investigations. The greatest single influence on his thought was Descartes, that was obviously. Because he corresponded with men of science such as Oldenburg and Boyle and became an acknowledged expert in the science of optics, making his living, according to some accounts, as a lens grinder. He was educated at the Jewish college in Amsterdam, to which city his Jewish parents had come from Portugal to escape persecution. Excommunicated from the synagogue for his skeptical beliefs, he settled among a group of enlightened Christians who had formed a philosophical circle of a kind of which he soon became the leader. Then, leaving Amsterdam, he lived a secluded, unworldly existence, and he distanced himself from the world and from the people, refused offers of money, refused academic distinctions, and even withheld his great ethics from the press as much from love of truth and intellectual independence as from any fear of the censor. Baruch de Spinoza died of consumption, leaving his major work unpublished. What can we say about Spinoza's philosophy? Where and on which base this philosophy rests? We may say that his philosophy rests on two main principles. First, a rationalist theory of knowledge according to which what is adequately conceived is for that reason true. And secondly, a notion of substance, of substantia, inherited through Descartes from the Aristotelian tradition, of which Descartes himself was the unwilling heir. From the standpoint of metaphysics, it is perhaps Spinoza's greatest and most distinguished distinction that he examined this notion of substance and refused to let it go until he had extracted from it every particle of philosophical meaning. Now, like Descartes, Spinoza sought for what is certain and regarded the pursuit of certainty as providing the only guarantee of human knowledge. However, unlike Descartes, he did not seek to found his system in the single, indubitable premise of the cogito. The proposition "I think" has two features which rendered it useless to Spinoza. First, we may say that this sentence expresses a merely contingent truth, whereas for Spinoza all certainty has to be ultimately founded in necessities. And secondly, it contains some kind of ineliminable reference to the first person, while for Spinoza access to philosophical truth comes only when we rise above preoccupation with our own limited experience and mentality and learn to see things from the impartial point of view of the rational observer, to whom things appear under the aspect of eternity, of subspecie aeternitatis.